Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 241 of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we talk about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I am one of your hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge, the jury, and the executioner of that there fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novosel.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. And to his left and my right, the volleyballin' beast of the East who can make you laugh in 3 words or less or your money back, Ronnie Johantis.
Hello. Unmuted.
Yes. Hello there, unmuted
Hi.
man. And the final member of the GMG Quadfecta, well, he's on sabbatical and temporarily is deceased, but he's got music on in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Carreta in his old stomacho, Carcass Boucher. We love you.
What are the odds he actually has La Pinata in his stomach?
La Pinata. I mean, if we smack him around a little bit, like candy will come out.
I don't know, maybe.
I was waiting for an answer. Why did you not tell me?
I wasn't
didn't
even
even
get
get I didn't know you needed an answer.
I mean, I think I deserve one. I asked.
Yeah. Well, let's ask him next time he's on.
Okay. If we just beat him up a little bit, what would come out?
I mean,
What's your guesses? Let's
Spree?
do a wager.
What are those?
Spree?
Yeah.
It would definitely be candy corn.
Yeah, definitely. I changed my answer.
Candy corn covered in salsa from La Carreta.
Ooh, even worse.
Yeah, I know, right? What do you think, Ronnie?
I don't know.
Man, thanks for playing, Ronnie.
Dynamite
You win.
drop in, Monty.
Did you say Monty?
Yeah.
You haven't seen the Major League?
Mutant Monties. Teenage Mutant Ninja Monties. That's
Turnage.
what that is.
Yeah.
Turnage. That's what it is.
Turnage.
Turnage. It's turnip mixed with teenage.
Mm-hmm.
Turnage Mutant Ninja Monties. Okay. Enough of that nonsensicalness. If this is your first time joining us, well, I got nothing. There's no
pretty much how it is every time.
If you made it this far into the nonsensicalness, you might as well just stay to the very end. You've earned it. If this is not your first time, you deserve all of this.
You
and
know
more.
You mean to the very end of
So,
this show or the very end of our life as podcasters?
whichever one comes first. That's how we're operating.
All right.
So, all right. Well, as is tradition, we are going to talk about the game of life and the other games we love to watch and play.
Mm-hmm.
And as is not tradition, you guys don't get to start. It's going to be the joiners.
Here we go.
We're jumping right in, my friends. We are not wasting any time. Let's see. The first one to share, actually, the first one to talk was Blackest SD.
Yeah.
He said, "When do we share what's happening with us normies?"
Well,
Well,
we always forget to post the call outs.
we's a lot of people.
Sorry. Yeah, we for sure.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do I just call him Blackest? Or what's his real name? Do you know his? Are we using our fake names
It's
still?
Whitney. I think his name is Whitney.
Whitney. All
Yeah.
right, Whitney. So, Whitney, listen. You can share what's happening with you anytime, but there's no guarantee we're going to talk about on the show. If you want it talked about on the show,
Oh, that sounded cold.
you got to wait till we ask. We're the captains now.
As you read his question.
That's true. I did it anyways. Speaking of we're the captain now, let me tell you a quick story about this last week. I was a substitute teacher for another teacher
Hold
who was
on, I
traveling.
thought the joiners were going first. Wait, what is going on?
Bizarre.
It's connected.
We've
It's
cut outta here.
connected.
Yeah.
Just put a pin in it, okay? I'm about
Speaking of pins, I got the story I got to tell you.
I answered his question. Now I get to say something, okay?
Trying to get the story
Oh, that's
out.
how it works. You answer a question, you get to tell a story.
Exactly.
All
I'm
right,
the
all
captain now. Just let me talk. So
Now I know the rules.
I'm substitute teaching, and this is for the sixth graders. And one of the sixth graders, after listening to my instructions on what they needed to do, they were like, well, our normal teacher doesn't normally do that. And I'm like, without missing a beat, I go, who's the captain? I'm the captain now. And like all the kids were like, ooh. And I could tell instantly I had embarrassed the kid. Like,
Oh, no.
A little sixth grader. I thought he was gonna tear up. And I immediately went back to when I was in sixth grade, and I probably would have felt the same way because I like to make jokes, but I also didn't like it when everybody.
You know what would have been the best
would make
response
fun of
by
me.
that sixth grader if he like put his feet together, stood up straight, and give you a nice salute and said, "Aye, aye,
Yeah.
Captain." That would have been the best.
That would have been the perfect recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have worked out, but it
Tell him
didn't.
to do that next time.
Yeah,
So you make
I
kids
will.
cry
I'll
now.
say, hey, yeah, I make kids cry. That was the case though in the past. Before Mindy and I had kids, she learned very quickly that if anybody's going to let a kid take things too far and hurt themselves in his presence, it's me. Kids cry when they're around me, so they bring it on themselves. Though.
superpower.
I just don't stop
a
them
gift.
from making
No.
themselves cry. Yeah, it is a gift.
I'm gonna make you cry, man. That's your superhero name.
Yep. Just moving on.
Blank
Make
man.
them cry, man. All right. I just walk around like poking people in the eye, making them cry.
No, you need to do the emotional damage kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
It's like
like
a handful of sand
physical.
just thrown in people's faces.
Yeah.
I just show them pictures of puppies, and I'm like, this puppy died yesterday because of you.
Jerk man.
Yeah, jerk. You son of a bee, man.
You are not going to survive very long that way.
That's probably true. All right. The first real question that came our way is from Marc is on sabbatical. That old carcass.
Oh, all right.
Is that his name right now?
Yeah, Marc is on sabbatical with prayer hands. So we're praying for you, buddy.
It'd be funny if it
Love
was
you.
Kark, though.
Carcass
Kark.
on sabbatical.
Kark is on
Or
sabbatical.
Kark. Yeah, I agree. Marc, get on that. Change it up. Maybe every week, just make it a different name. On sabbatical.
So we know you're still
right.
alive.
Yes, we do need to know you're still alive.
Yeah. The
Pat.
question on Discord won't give it away, but all right.
Nope.
See how many times we can interrupt Lucas before he
I'm heating up. All right. He's on fire. Okay, Pat. What are you
Yes.
hoping will happen for the Power Rangers 30th anniversary special coming out on Wednesday?
What I hope will happen that
Yeah, what are you hoping?
Well, I mean, like I saw today there was the first clip from the movie and it looks so the original Black Ranger Zach and the second Red Ranger are fighting putties. And
Right.
the original Black Ranger, like he was always like hip hop keto. He did his, dancing while he was fighting and things like that. But so he looks like he really hasn't aged. He's quick. He can fight. But
For sure.
The other guy,
Red Ranger's not looking
he
so
looks like
limber.
an old dude trying to do some choreography, dance or fighting, and it didn't look good. But I mean, it's par for the course. It never looked good. Let's be honest here. So, but my hope for this is they lead at the end into a sequel because the villain is Rita Repulsa.
Now, is
And-
it's OJ? Oh, OJ.
OJ, it's OJ. OJ's the villain.
Yes, just so you know, it's now Rito.
Crazy.
Rito, yeah.
It's OJ. No, is this the original Rita, the original actress?
I don't think so. I don't
No,
think so.
I didn't. I saw it I saw it really quick, so I didn't
Yeah.
pay much attention. Other than I did notice that the Red Ranger looks like he's receiving his AARP membership documentation any moment now.
He doesn't. He looks seasoned for sure.
Yes, for sure.
But Rita Repulsa is the main villain. What I assume the main villain in this movie. I hope they defeat her and Lord Zed is teased at the end for a sequel for this Power Rangers movie because I mean I hope they do more than just this once and always kind of show. I hope they do multiple.
Now you're hoping a sequel with the original cast, like they're doing,
I hope they do more old cast members for the next one.
or they pass on the torch.
Yeah, something like that.
New. Now it's all the.
It's all time travel, so why not?
Ooh, multiverse of Power Rangers. Is this?
I mean, let's go.
Besides the Black and the Red Ranger, are the other like pink, blue?
Yeah, like the second Yellow
What's the other-
Ranger, the
Yellow,
second Black Ranger is in there. The Rangers from the Power Rangers movie that came out in '95, they are in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Nice.
who all else is in it, but there's multiple Rangers. I think the second Pink Ranger is in it. I think the original Blue Ranger. So the original Blue and Black Ranger, I think, are the ones that are still in it.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right.
That is my hope.
It's going to be, it'll at least be a nostalgia-filled fun time.
I mean,
So,
the 30-second clip that they just released today,
right?
it is already nostalgia, and it's still campy. And
Yeah.
it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's exciting. All right. Next question is for me. Lucas, what is your most embarrassing ministry story? Mine is when both my guitar strap and string broke in the middle of a worship set to where I had to hold the guitar up by my knee. I remember him telling that story, and yes, that would be very awkward. But it sounded like Marc got the job done, so kudos to him. Most embarrassing ministry story. I'm sure there are a plethora of them, but a plethora. I cannot I cannot remember any extreme ones. Like, I guess, like super embarrassing to myself, but I can think of two that are minorly embarrassing, and so combined together, they would make for a very embarrassing.
Did you say the wrong word in Portuguese and it meant something else?
Did you poop your pants?
No. The
Bitcoin
times I
or
pooped
something
my
like that?
pants, I was not doing ministry, so it doesn't count as a. I guess the one story I thought of, I was a youth pastor at a church, and I actually wasn't doing ministry at the time, but since I was the youth pastor at the time, I had a very, very meager wage of, I think at the time, $50 a week, really raking it in. And I was on the side working with the pastor's dad, who was a constructor? That's not it. A contractor.
Constructor of things.
He constructed stuff. No, he was a contractor, and he was at the time adding an awning to the church. And so I was helping him. And he gave me the industrial stapler, and it was the first time to my knowledge, that I'd used one of this kind where you could hold the trigger down and just bounce it off the wall and it would staple stuff. I thought this was pretty cool. So I was just going to town. I was like, tot, 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 tot. And all of a sudden, I tot too far to the left and definitely stapled my thumb to the wall. And
what was your thumb doing there?
Well, I was up on a ladder, and so I was leaning on my left hand, and I just went too far to the left and just pop, and popped my thumb right to the wall. And I was like, hey, Phil. I can't remember his name was Phil, but for this story, his name is Phil. I was like, hey, Phil, I'm going to need your help a second. And he came over. I was like, can you hold this? And he held it. He's like, what do you need? I'm like, can you get my thumb out of the wall? He's like, here's some pliers. You get it out. I'm like, I don't think I have the stomach to do it. Please get my thumb out of the wall. So he got another ladder. He climbed up. He pulled it out.
Was the staple still on your finger?
Oh, it was still in, and he just pulled it out before I could even think about it. And
that's a good call.
Yeah, and then he proceeded to go quickly get detergent from somewhere. I can't remember. It was a certain kind of detergent. And he said, stick your thumb in this. And so I stuck my thumb in this pure, like this certain brand of, I can't remember which kind it was, but it was a certain kind of detergent, stuck my thumb in it, and I healed up like within a few days. Nothing ever really happened. But what was embarrassing was just the fact that my thumb was, stapled to me.
Voodoo detergent
Never
was
heard that
I know.
before, ever. Yeah, that is bizarre.
It was totally bizarre. But
This
he
guy
was
knows like one of the secrets of the world, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's detergent has healing properties. Drink it. Pour this over. Pour this over yourself. Your hair will grow right
Top
back.
it off with a Tide Pod.
Yes.
You just turn into Wolverine as soon as it touches your skin.
Yeah. Yep. I always have a little Ziploc baggie full of that detergent, and I just pour it where I need to pour it.
Yeah.
The other story is this was during a youth event. It was a Halloween event, and we were doing a candied apple. Who could eat a candied apple the fastest? Except instead of it being a candied apple, it was onions, and I didn't tell the kids in the youth group. And one kid took a bite, and he immediately spit it out, and he said, "I'm deathly allergic to onions." And I was like, "Oh no! I almost killed you." And so that was a very irresponsible, embarrassing moment as a youth pastor where I almost killed a kid.
Oops.
Yeah.
It
So
would
there you
have
go.
changed the course of your career, I believe.
I think it would have. Yeah. It definitely would. But I would have had that detergent. I would have poured it down his throat, and he would have survived.
He's poured all over him and he comes right back to life.
What are the odds one of the kids was going to be deathly allergic to onions?
Yeah, who's deathly allergic to onions?
I mean, did he have a reaction after biting it? I feel like if he's deathly allergic, then the bite probably just would have.
Well, he said that he bit on the caramel, and when he pulled the caramel off, he could smell the onion, and he stopped. I think it was just an excuse not to eat it, but whatever.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
He's going places.
Yeah, he's not. He's going to law school. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, right.
I mean, I guess I would be going places. He's making more money than I am. Okay.
$50
Ronnie,
a week.
Here we go. Look out. Yeah, he's making 55. Okay, Ronnie, if I remember correctly, you played Jedi Fallen Order. Can you confirm or deny?
I did.
Perfect. Will you be playing Jedi Survivor when it comes out on April 28th? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
Yes, I probably will be playing it. I don't know if it'll be the exact day. What is that, like a Friday maybe?
28th. Today is, I think it's a week and a half. So I think it's Friday.
So.
Yeah.
I know that Friday probably will not be like a good day for me, but that weekend I'll definitely will play. And I am more excited about this game than I have been for a lot of games. I think the only other game that I would be more excited to play was probably the new Diablo.
Nice.
Because they pushed Arc back.
They did.
I'm not super stoked about their.
Yeah, I was saying Vin Diesel's kind of ruining your excitement for it, I think.
I thought you were going to say ruining Arc, and I'd be like, man, that happened so much longer before Vin Diesel even got there.
All right. That's
I actually played through Fallen Order twice. So.
Nice. Yeah. Well done.
Great game.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the excitement level of Ronnie. Mm-hmm. I think we're all excited, but I'm glad to hear you're day one guy, or day two, I guess, if you play.
Probably day two. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Whitney's back. He decided to actually write a question in to us, and not just ask when to write a question.
I love his name's Whitney. I love it.
I know, right? I really hope it's Whitney, because
it's not Whitney.
You're a jerk.
I was just letting it go. I have no idea what the name is.
You know what, Patrick? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because now his name, he's probably going to change his name to Whitney on Discord, and then I'm just going to call him Whitney from now on. I dated a Whitney in high school. All right. Here we go. Blackest SD. We're just going to go back to our fake names, okay?
All right.
Fake names only. Okay. Blackest XD. Goodness gracious. It's not Disney Channel. All right. If you all were stranded on a desert island, wait, are we talking about just nothing but sand? Or do you mean us three? Deserted island and no one else is there? I need confirmation on which one it is, Blackest.
A desert island?
Yeah, it's desert island, so
not an
it's got nothing. It's just sand. Yeah, no, it's not a desert island. There's only one S. Okay. Who would rise to the occasion and be the leader of the group, and who would get eaten first?
Lucas, both. Because
follow me, guys.
Lucas is a natural leader, but then we would get annoyed with him, and then we eat him.
And then you'd eat me?
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be talking too much Marvel Snap, and I would just snap, and
you say, "That's it, I'm eating you." No.
I feel like we should try and fish first, though, before we eat each other.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I'm not a good fisherman, though, so hopefully you guys have some experience.
Nope.
Yeah,
do you think So we said, thank you. I appreciate the love and the respect and the confidence you have put in me. Now, when I read who would get eaten first, I was thinking like we were trying to escape and a shark would eat us, or there was like.
Oh, you mean you think like a predator
on there?
Of some kind?
Well,
that's not where my mind went.
Right? I was like, our minds went different ways, and that's very interesting.
I thought for sure, like, all right, who are we going to kill and eat first?
Yeah. But if it's a desert island, there's literally nothing. There's no water. There's no nothing. So our only sort. the desert.
And when it's called a desert island, is it just a little piece of desert, or is it called a desert island because it is deserted?
No, but if it's deserted, it's a deserted island. I was being a jerk and correcting.
What is that supposed to mean?
I have no clue now. I don't even know what it is now.
It's okay. If there's nobody there, it's
I love how you say it in a different inflection. If it's a desert island, it's a desert island.
I was like, man, I don't even know what island we're on now.
I mean, it's pretty obvious when you're like, what is it? What is it called when it's a deserted?
So we're talking an island with just sand.
Deserted.
Well, I think he meant deserted island, and I was just messing with him. But then now we've explained it so much that it's garbage truck on fire. So.
It's no longer a word.
If you're on an island that has desert, or is a desert, or is deserted,
So many different things.
who would
right
rise
there.
to the occasion? I
Anybody
would say
got, anybody
if
got his
it-
number? Let's call him
okay.
right now.
Let's do this. Let's do it. Do over. Okay. Do you have his number?
do over. I'm not
Do-over.
editing anything.
This
What
is
are you
new.
doing?
No, I'm not saying edit it. I'm just saying right here, we're going to pretend like the last 5 minutes of conversation didn't happen. So if it's a desert island, if it's a desert island, I think Ronnie's going to take the lead because he's going to tell us to eat the dessert because he doesn't like it. Like he's going to start bossing us around because he's going to be angry that he has no other options to eat.
Oh, yeah.
desserts.
I'm not a dessert guy. That is for sure.
Neither am I.
Then it's
That's
on
gonna be
me
rough.
all day. Then
we're
I'm going to
definitely
eat the dessert, and you guys will still eat me. So either
Yeah.
way, it's going to end up the same way.
Circle of life. Circle of life.
Yep.
Yeah, and if it's a deserted island,
Yeah,
that
we're-
means
we're
if it's
fattening you up.
you're like, go ahead, eat the desserts, Lucas. Isn't that nice?
If it's a
Because-
deserted island, doesn't it feel like we could just live prosper? Like we could just prosper there,
'cause
like
usually
as a
those
unit?
have they have trees, they have water.
If it's deserted, someone must have lived there before, so there should be stuff there.
Yeah, because there were people there, but now they're not.
Yeah.
So
How do you know that people were ever there if it's deserted?
Well, I mean, the only way it's deserted is if someone had deserted it.
Would you
Yeah.
call it a deserted island if nobody was on it though?
No, you would call
like
it
if no one had ever been there?
And
an uninhabited
island.
island.
uninhabited
Yeah,
island.
remote uninhabited island. That's a different
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
That's a totally and that wasn't
does-
asked.
I did not expect you to come up with something so like so good sounding. You just had there like just blasted me with that. Like, carry on, Lucas. Just carry on.
That was fun. Okay. Lucas's donut. Why is okay, this is AA Ron, and I
Okay.
don't remember. Oh, is he saying he's like the donut on my car? Like
Maybe he's on the desert island.
he's my
He's
oh,
a
he's-
donut on the island.
Yeah, if he's a donut on the island, we're eating him first, like, before you eat me. I eat Aaron, and then you guys eat me, and then wait. After that, who eats who first? Patrick
I'd let you go
and
ahead and
Ronnie.
plump yourself up
Right.
first.
Right, but after I'm done, like you're gonna eventually run out of food. So who's gonna eat whom first? Ronnie.
We'll
and
I
figure
Patrick?
out
think
how
we
to-
just draw
we'll-
a circle, and,
we'll do-
and when we're starving, we just whoever survives.
Yeah. Once we don't hear Marvel Snap coming out of your mouth anymore, we'll figure out a plan to get off the island.
Sea
And then
turtles.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Fair enough. Now let's actually ask Ron's question.
Okay.
Pat, has there ever been a movie you hated so much that you left the theater partway through? Or I'm going to add turned it off because
mean,
maybe you've never
Can't even
have
add
you
that
left
for
a
him. He
fe-
turns
have you
all
left the
kinds of movies
theater?
off.
Yeah, I mean, like I turn
No,
off
I'm
movies all
not
the time.
saying like I'll come back later. No, this is a turn it off and be like never again.
Never.
I never walked out on a movie theater because I paid $13 whatever it is.
Yeah,
and
you're not
I'm
that
gonna-
kind of guy.
But I rented a movie one time back when Blockbuster used to be a thing, and it was Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses. I got 45 minutes in and turned it off. It is, to
Rough.
my knowledge, the worst movie of all time.
It
And
is
I've
rough.
watched Corky Romano.
Yeesh. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. All right. Ronnie, worst volleyball injury.
Worst volleyball injury. So I've never actually really like broken anything while I've been playing, which is
Mm-hmm.
I better just hopefully this is real. But I hurt my
Knocking on
elbow.
wood
I got
over
like
there.
I got just knock on some.
I didn't hear anything knocking.
I thought you said hopefully this is real. And I'm
That's
like,
what he
wait,
said.
are
Hopefully
you,
this
are
is
you
real.
making
Wood
up a
this
story?
desk.
Oh,
this
okay.
desk is
Yes.
real, yeah.
Yes. Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
No, it's probably my elbow. So I think this is like a couple years ago. I got like, I guess it was called tennis elbow.
Oh yeah, playing volleyball.
But what it felt like basically was that every time I like went to pass, it felt like somebody was like hitting the back of my actual elbow, my
Ooh.
bone, like with
Like a nerve
hammer.
pinch.
Like it, like rattled the bone every time, and it felt like something. I mean, it was rough. I couldn't play through it at
that
all.
sounds
So
nasty.
it was a pretty rough one. Yeah, I don't know how it
Yeah.
happened. It like I waited actually out of volleyball for like a week and a half before I ran into somebody that I know from volleyball, and she's actually like a what does she do? Physical therapy, I guess. So she's like, "Do you mind if I take a look at it?" And I'm like, "It's fine." And as it turns out, for that whole week and a half to 2 weeks that I was just waiting for it to heal, it was out of alignment. So it wasn't healing at all until she put it back into alignment.
Nice.
Then I had to wait a few more weeks.
What a nice lady.
Yeah. I would have
Yeah.
never known that it was out. Everything worked pretty normal. I just couldn't no impact on my arm anywhere. Like I couldn't take anything.
Yeah, and she just gave a little nudge and it went back where it was supposed to go.
Wow.
It's a bad injury if you can feel it while you're playing.
For sure.
Because you have like the adrenaline while you're playing and stuff. So like all the little stuff that like, hurts and ails you like before, it doesn't. When you're playing, you don't really feel those things. So it was one that I felt during the game.
Yeah, that sounds painful, man. All right. And then for me, craziest animal / wildlife story you've been involved with. The first one comes to mind. I don't think I've shared this. That I'm trying to think what I could tell in order to confirm. Did I ever tell you guys about the time I was in Bolivia and we went shopping, quote unquote, for meat?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know.
It feels like I would have known that one. I would have remembered that story.
Yeah, I don't think I have, but I've told the story in a variety of moments, so I know. But it's a good one, so I'll go ahead and share it, even if I have. Okay, so I was in Bolivia in 2003 on a month-long mission trip / class. I got to do a little bit of both, practice my Spanish. At the time, I was actually intermediate with Spanish. I was learning, and at that time, I didn't know Portuguese, so I wasn't confused with Spanish like I am now. And then, so during our time there, we spent a week in, it's not really the jungle because it's not like Amazon jungle, but it is jungle for Bolivia. So I guess we spent time in a remote rural village and forest of Bolivia. And so while we were there, we did a number of things like bathe in a creek, go 4 hours by tractor to get water to...
When you bathed in a creek, did you just get in there and just like splash around, or did you actually have any soap or anything? Or
we did have some soap. Yeah.
You did.
Everybody brought a little, little bar soap or whatever. So, yep. And you just, I think by the end we were just passing a bar of soap because we all lost it down the creek. Where the other, someone lost their bar soap because, whoop, this slips out of your hand. But, yeah, so we were roughing it for a solid week. And at some point, the family that we were staying with, a missionary family, they were like, we need to go get some meat because it's every month we go to a local farm and we get some meat. We're like, okay, we'll go with you. And they're like, do you want to go shopping? And they just laughed. Do you want to go shopping with us? We're like, sure. Well, we don't know where there's a grocery store to get meat around here, but okay. So we went to this farm and we walked out into the field where they had all their cows, and there were some guys standing around and they were talking in Spanish with each other, and they were pretty much like, are you ready for us to get your cow, get your bull, so you can get your meat? And you're like, yep. And so they pointed to the one they were going to get, and we're like, okay, cool. And they're like, this is going to be fun, watch. And they chased this bull around the farmyard for what felt like 20 minutes. They could not catch this bull. Like, it was kind of younger. It was clear that it did not want to go with them. It knew what was coming. And so finally they catch it after 15, 20 minutes of running around, and they walk it up to us. It's exhausted. Like, it's clearly not used to running that much.
I don't think I could run for my life for 20 minutes.
Right? No, nobody
I think I'd be quitting before that.
But this bull really knew what was happening, I think. I think he had seen this happen with his friends in the past, and he was just like, no. Yeah. So he came, they brought us up, they brought the bull towards us, and they're like, all right, next step. Bonk it on the head. And they took an axe, and they took the blunt end of the axe, and they bopped it on top of the head, knocked it out, and it fell to the ground. And we're like, well, now what? Now what? We can't carry this thing. And a guy walks up with a knife, and he shoves it into the throat of the bull.
Oh, my goodness.
It starts to bleed it out. We're just like, oh, my, this escalated
right
quickly.
In front of you.
Right in front of all of us. And not only did they bleed it out in front of us, they proceeded to cut it open and show us the stomach and the insides of the stomach and the entrails.
I'm out.
And we were just
I'm out.
new guys in the corner go, oh, oh.
New guys in the
It was
corner,
just like
Steve's gets up.
I was not prepared for this. And
I don't need to know how the sauce is made, guys.
Man.
we found out how the sausage is made, and what made it even better was we also discovered that if you make your food product run around for 20 minutes, if you make any kind of animal run around for 20 minutes, that affects the quality of the meat. And this was the chewiest, gummiest meat I've ever had in my life. Like, you literally would chew and it would bounce off your teeth. Like, it was so difficult to chew. We were just like, we got the first meal with the beef, and we all cut, and we were like, this is really hard to cut. And then we put it in our mouths all at the same time and started chewing, and the lady of the house who had made it was just like, is it bueno? And we're like, yeah, bueno. And she walked away, and we're like, I don't think I can chew this. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And so we took
Start
very
stuffing
small
it
bites.
in like the couch, and stuffing it behind the pillows.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that was a crazy animal story. So
Yuck.
getting to
That is
watching
pretty crazy.
a cow get butchered live.
I thought when you were telling
in
the
person.
story, I thought you were going to be like, we want that one right there. And as soon as you pointed out, they were just going to put it down like, just immediately. That's where I
Right.
thought your story was headed.
Yeah,
I mean, that's basically what they did.
It's so much
Yeah.
worse that he ran for 20 minutes and then still had a horrible death.
yeah.
Oh,
It was all in
gosh.
vain. Like, he should have just walked over and been like, "All right, I'm ready. Take me now." All right. So there you go. Thank you for your questions, AA Ron or My Donut. Friggin' nutcase. Speaking of a nut, he said, "Ooh, we can ask questions." Yes, Travis. We've allowed you to ask questions since the beginning. All 2,000 plus episodes, we accept questions. So I'm glad, and I'm pretty sure you did not even ask a question. in what followed.
He's like, well,
There's not
now
even a
that I
question.
know.
Okay, he did ask questions. He just didn't put question marks at the end. Way to be
Oh.
a rebel. All right. So first
He's messing with you for sure.
he said and kind of asked, "Tell us about your bad habit that your significant other has an issue with." So
Bad habit.
we need to know a bad habit that your
I can start
significant
this.
other.
Okay,
All right,
all right.
Ronnie, go.
So I dipped tobacco for a long time.
Mhm.
I think since I was
Yep.
17. I'll be 36 this year now. So there were breaks in between, but for the most part, most of that time I was doing it. So I promised Elizabeth, like, man, years ago now, that I would quit by the time we got married. So when the wedding was coming up, I just quit.
Did it.
Just
Cold
straight up.
turkey.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't,
Still
for me
going
it was
strong.
breaking the habit. For me, it wasn't necessarily the addiction to tobacco. It was breaking the habit, like always
Yeah.
having it. You know what I mean? Like, for the first few months after, I was sitting there playing video games, and like I would have to get like some gum or something because like
Sunflower
you know,
seeds.
I just normally have something there, so it always felt like something was missing. But luckily, that really it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was able to break it, I feel like, pretty easily, and now I just I don't care about it anymore. So
There you go.
Nice. There you go.
Sweet. Patrick, do you think of something?
I do. So when I'm conversing with others, I have a normal, clean vernacular. All right. When I am by myself or when I'm playing games, I like to use cursory words.
French.
Yeah,
You like to speak
I like to
French.
speak French. Yeah, I like to speak French.
Oh,
gentil,
mademoiselle.
So I don't do that around the kids. Usually don't do that around the wife. But apparently I talk in my sleep.
Oh no.
And apparently I drop bombs while I am sleeping. And I say some of the words that will like pierce her ears. And so I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to stop that. It's a unconscious habit that I have.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I hope you do not lose your mind, because if you lose your mind, it's going to feel like you're in a dream state and you're just going to cuss up a storm. And so I'm like, if I get Alzheimer's, or if I get some sort of dementia, I don't know if we're gonna if we'll last. You know, I think she's gonna be like, all right, here's
I'm
a
done
home.
with you.
She's just gonna go ahead and put you down.
Can't do it. Yeah,
Take you out back.
Yeah, take the back of the axe to him in the head. And just
lead rope,
bonk
just
out
lead
the
you
head.
out.
and then send me on the deserted
Chase.
island.
Wait, no. First, she'll chase you for 20 minutes, and there'll be half naked
Why am I
Patrick. in
running?
the backyard.
Why am I
You
running?
can't catch me, lady.
Yeah.
We just gotta wait for him to tire out.
Oh man. Let's see.
That's crazy, honestly.
I don't know why.
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
People do bizarre things in their sleep. I just it took me a little while to get used to, but Elizabeth does this very light laugh. And I'll tell you, the first time
That's creepy.
in the middle of the night you hear it, you're like, what?
It's like this creepy cackle.
Never mind, go ahead and get out of here. This isn't gonna work out. But now I'm kind of used to it. It's very faint. The first time I heard it, I was like, I wasn't even sure. I was like, man, did she just laugh in her sleep?
That's so creepy.
Did I say something funny?
Yeah. It's just
What are you
like
laughing at?
yeah. I mean,
She's just all of a sudden gonna turn her head like.
Oh my! Is that what it sounds like?
I don't know. That's what I was
Actually, Ronnie, do an impersonation of it. I want to hear what it sounds like.
of what?
Her laugh.
Oh, I've actually tried. I always end up sounding just like I always end up just doing like a little Mickey Mouse thing.
That's whatever
alright.
works.
That's like a ha, ha, ha. It's kind of a little bitty.
All right.
Very
Was
small,
I close? Was I close?
You were.
Kind of, she's gonna listen.
Yeah.
Maybe I was
She's gonna be like,
exaggerating
what?
it.
I can't believe you think I sound like that.
That definitely didn't. That definitely did
It
not
really
sound
doesn't
like
sound
Mickey.
like it. Like my example is a horrible example. I can tell you. It's
It did
very
not sound
ladylike.
like Mickey Mouse. So at least you accomplished that. If Mickey Mouse sounded like that, that's nightmare fuel. So no one would ever. Yeah. Hey, pal, you're the best.
right in the middle of the sleep. Just ha ha.
Yeah.
I'd go downstairs and sleep on the couch after that.
Let's see. My significant other, she does not like it. More currently, she doesn't like it when I play Marvel Snap. And then more, yeah, she's good. When I told her, Patrick, that you cannot stand Marvel Snap, she's like, "Yep, me and Patrick on the same page." But more timeless is my bad habit of not being able to find anything. Like when she tells me to go get the red pen on the desk, I can find the blue pen, I can find the green pen, I can find a lifetime supply of pens, but I cannot find the red pen. And then I go back and she either threatens my life or she goes and she finds it herself within 2 seconds. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this
Like
point,
the parking ticket thing or the parking garage ticket that you lost or something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. That's why I cannot be trusted with some things because either I can't find it or I lose it. The
Is it
worst
just
thing
that
I
you
do.
just forget completely about it? Like it's just just gone from your mind.
No, it's because at least with the ticket, the thing is I put it in my pocket with my phone, or I put it in my pocket with my wallet, and then I pull out my wallet, and the ticket just flies into the wind, and we lose it forever. So it's dangerous. And so not only can I not find stuff, I also lose stuff. Like I don't know if she's actually gotten like really mad at me, but I know that when I'm in the house and other people in other rooms and I'm like, has anybody seen my glasses? She's like, oh my gosh. Because I'll set the glasses down like when I go take a shower or go do something else. And then I always sit it in a different spot for whatever reason. And then I can't find my glasses. And so, yeah, let's just say it's losing stuff in general is a bad habit. And then just giving up. Like I don't even try now. Like I'm just like, she's like, you find this? And I'm like, James, Tasha, can you go find this for your mother?
This is my life now without glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is. He also wants to know, what is their bad habit? You're not getting us in trouble, Travis. We're not.
She's perfect.
It's a trap. Yeah. She's perfect. No bad habits. I'm the only one with bad habits.
Her bad habit is being with me.
Yes. Amen to
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Her associating with me is the bad habit. And then he wants to know, with our bad habits, why do we do them on purpose?
Oh, I don't know. For me, it's cathartic. For why I'm doing it when I'm sleeping, I have no idea.
Yeah. For me, I really can't find stuff. Like I have some kind of blindness going on, selective blindness. I do the same thing with my hearing. I have selective hearing. And sometimes it's conscious. I don't want to hear what you have to say, so I shut you out, or it's subconscious and I'm playing Marvel Snap and I can't hear what you're saying.
I will tell you, I have about I've talked to Elizabeth about this. I have like 4 months until our son is born, but I have to change like my entire vocabulary, right? Like I'm on the show, I'm on my best behavior, but outside of the show, like I feel
You're also a French speaker.
A sailor.
Yeah.
Enchanté, mademoiselle.
Especially when it comes to video games and stuff, and like that first like angry reaction stuff that comes out, like that's the hardest stuff to change.
You just gotta. What is his first name? Nate Bargatze. Is that right? Nate Bargatze. Yeah,
Bargatze.
Bargatze. You gotta just use the language he learns and just be like, suck. Oh,
fudge.
Did I say that? Oh no,
but I didn't say fudge.
Exactly.
His last special was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that was. I kind of want to watch it again.
I love when he was like telling his mom, he's like, well, that's going to be hard because I already told my parents they're on their way over here right now.
Exactly. Yeah, when he can't watch the movie.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Tim Pollen this week. This week he's Tim Pollen. What he is next week, I don't know. It'll be a surprise. Tim, I need you to mix it up because I'm pretty sure you've been Tim Pollen for this past 8 weeks. So
maybe he'll be Ted Polland.
Ted Polland.
All right. Polland with a D at the end?
Yeah.
Polland.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Ted Polland. That's an option. Or do something different. All right. He said 2 truths and a lie. 1, I was the first in my family to go to college. 2, I cut my sister's hair once. 3, I'm left-handed like my dad. He'll put the answer in tomorrow. So all we can do today is guess.
I'm going to say, the way he says he cut his sister's hair once.
Right? That's what you can read my mind, my friend.
I'm going to be like, he's done it more than once. He's
twice.
Yeah, it feels like he is
all
barber.
week. He forgot to put all week.
He's been doing it his whole life. Yeah.
Yeah, every week for the past 15 years.
Yeah, he's like, it's Sunday at 6. Oh no, I got to get over there.
I am going to say Sharon's hair.
Sharon.
That's his sister's name, didn't you know?
Yeah.
Then Whitney is his other.
We got Ted, Sharon,
brother.
and Whitney tonight.
Yep, that's right.
And donuts.
What were we going to say, Ronnie?
I was just going to say, I think the last one is a lie. I think he's probably right-handed.
You think so? Or what if he's left-handed like his mom?
Or he's left-handed and his dad's right-handed.
Or he's only got a right hand.
Yeah.
Or he has more than 2 hands.
Oh,
we don't know.
Middle-handed.
Yeah, got like one just coming out the back that's like just a utility arm.
I'm backhanded. That sounds aggressive. Gross, coming out the back of your head.
Maybe he's like that guy from Mortal Kombat that has like 6 arms or whatever.
Oh, I'm upper left-handed.
Yeah.
How would you say that? My left hand. Which left hand? The bottom left hand.
I don't know what they would call it either. I'm an octopus.
Well, that means he has 8 hands.
How many does he have?
Do
6?
that?
Is it
Goro?
6 or 4?
No, he has 4.
Yeah, 4 arms and 2 legs. He's an arachnid.
And with a ponytail.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I tell you what. We can't have
people
ask us questions, but we've been doing this for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We were going to do a regular show too, but we sidetracked us.
Totally sidetracked.
Do you guys have any updates of note that you want to share?
We don't have any time for that.
What? There's plenty of time. What are you talking about? We're doing a 2-hour show tonight.
Is that all the questions?
All right. Is that all the questions?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, unless there's Twitter.
Oh, I don't know if anyone did that.
No, no one did.
We're so good at that.
Carcass, we miss you.
I know. He's our resident tweeter.
Yep, he is our resident tweeter. I was just going to say, I wanted to have a water cooler moment for a sec about Vampire Survivors. Because I'm kind of stuck. Like, I unlocked the old man garlic guy. He's my favorite.
The garlic is the best thing.
Right? Just to start out with the garlic is amazing. And just upping that thing to the point where they can't touch you is fantastic. But I can't proceed. I can't unlock levels. I'll only unlock the library. Like, I have the field at the beginning, then there's the library, and then there's like 6 or 7 or 8 more levels, and it says not unlocked. So how do I unlock?
You have to get to death at the end in each level.
Oh,
yeah. So
I don't remember. Oh, okay. So I have to get good.
So one of the combos that allowed me to like just run through levels is
Okay,
the
let's hear
garlic
it. Tell me the
and
secret.
the Bible. Get the
Yes.
Holy Bible,
You get a
and
bunch
then
of 'em.
and once you get all those, no one can touch you.
Yeah.
No one can come even close to you.
All right. Now, is there a way to get it to like give you those options more often, or you just
no,
have to
it's
survive?
random.
It's all random.
You just
so
always do garlic, always do Bible.
Sometimes I've had runs where I didn't get garlic like till like
Oh.
way later, and it was like,
It's not
you
even
know.
yeah.
Not that helpful.
Yeah.
Right. So there's
Well,
there's
who's-
ways like that you
Okay.
can, I don't know, like re-roll or not choose something. So in case, like, if you don't want a particular item, then you can just X out of that and continue on.
Oh, you don't
till-
have to
till-
hit
I don't
the
think
pick
so.
the level up.
I don't think so. Either that, or it's something that you unlock later. But I don't think you have to pick anything.
Oh, okay, interesting. So I guess I was already on to the Bible and garlic, so I did note that. There was one run that I did the other day where I think it was the first time I got over 20 minutes. And I rocked it with the Bible and the
never
garlic.
used like the knife or that one. I never.
I do
used
it when it's like
I don't like it.
Yeah,
It's directional.
because it's only directional, right?
yeah, and I don't like I think my least favorite's the axe, the one that just kind of flops up and then goes to the bottom of the
that's
screen.
That is
really
good when you get later.
Once
Does it?
you upgrade it to the maximum, then
Okay.
it's good.
It like
Then
throws out
I'll-
a few axes.
Maybe I'll give that a. Maybe I'll choose that instead of the knife, because the knife was like I was just like running at people and it was like
Yeah, the knife sucks.
But
never do that. Never do the knife. No.
never do the knife. Fair
Never
enough.
do it.
Okay, and then favorite character. Which character should I start with? Because I've been doing the old man, but he's got low health, but he's got the garlic right away. So
I always use I don't know, what is it, the wizard that has like the little homing orbs.
the homing orbs from the beginning.
I don't know. I think each one is.
I like
good, but
those
I like
probably
the
more.
like the old guy with the garlic. Even though he has the garlic, that's the only thing that it's good for him.
Okay.
I don't remember the other powers of the other guys.
Yeah, there's one with a whip. There's one with a knife. There's
I'm not
one
a
with
fan of the whip.
Not the whip.
the
no.
fireball. The
fireball
magic
can be
spell.
really good. Like if you get it upgraded, like it
Mhm.
takes out
Yeah.
a lot, but you have to get it upgraded. It's hard to like. Some of them they're really hard at the beginning because you can't, like
can't do
direct some
much.
of these things. Yeah, you can't direct some
Yeah,
of these things.
and-
So
And you have to like position your character so that when the timing happens, because you don't control
Yeah.
anything other than where you're standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little weird at first. It still is weird sometimes, but with the garlic, it doesn't matter. It's like I just have to stay
Yeah, there's,
right
like, no
outside
attack
of where they
button,
can't touch you. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only one that I've been playing on the side besides Marvel Snap. I am 100 tokens out of 6,000 tokens away from Thanos, so I'm very excited. I'm about
Whoa.
to get Thanos. I'm about to get all the stones snapping away for reals. It's very, very meta. So
you think after you get it, you're gonna keep playing?
after I get Thanos, oh yeah, it'll refresh my fire for it, and the fire will continue to burn, and I'll
I
continue.
feel like
to
I always
play.
think that because you get good stuff at the end of games, but like when I'm done with a game, like it doesn't matter what I get.
It's just I keep getting the carrot on the stick, and I keep trying out different decks that are fun. And Galactus just never gets old. Like just blowing up a bunch of cards and a bunch of locations, and then just really demolishing people makes me feel good inside. I did one, Ronnie, where it was like the ultimate troll move. There are two cards that are super trolly. One is Leech, and he takes away the powers of all the cards that they have in hand. So their cards become dead. Like their cards have power, and that's it. They can't use
Whoa.
any of their features or whatever.
He's out here.
And then the other one that's super trolly is Spider-Man. And whenever you play him, the next turn they can't play a card. And so
Because he like webs them up.
yeah, he webs up their location and they can't play anything. So I do a Galactus where I have the one location. They have no other locations to play. And then in this one, I played Spider-Man and I played Leech at the same time. So I killed all their cards and they couldn't go on the last turn. And I didn't even need to do that. All I had to do was Spider-Man.
That's why I would quit the game probably.
Probably. I felt really mean after that. I was had to go
Kinda
take a
trapped him.
bath. Yeah, I just totally just rubbed his face in the defeat. It was fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all. Patrick, I'm glad you're back. Sorry, I talked more than I meant to. So, please forgive me.
He didn't mean to hurt you.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Is that all we got?
Yeah, you guys got anything else? That's all I had.
really have anything.
I watched a movie this past weekend.
Okay. See, I thought
and-
you'd have something. You gotta have something.
Yeah, I'll save the rest of it for later. But I did want to
All
talk. I did want to talk about this movie I saw
One
this past
movie.
weekend, and it's on Netflix. And I don't know how I missed this movie. I have no idea how. It's called The Hitman's Bodyguard.
I've heard of it before.
It stars
Sounds like a Lifetime movie.
Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and Salma Hayek, and the villain is Gary Oldman
I don't know who that
as
is.
a Russian mob.
It's
guy.
Commissioner Gordon in the
The Dark
Christopher
Knight.
Nolan Batman, the Dark Knight movies.
Yeah.
These are quality actors.
Right. So I was like, it's from 2017. This is a 6-year-old movie. Like, I don't even know how I missed this because I like Ryan Reynolds. I like the whole cast. So I turned it on, and it is basically Ryan Reynolds is a bodyguard, and Samuel L. Jackson is a hitman that is going to testify as a witness in a international crime trial.
House of Pancakes.
Yes. So with that, Gary Oldman as the mob guy, he wants to kill all these witnesses. Like, all these witnesses that were supposed to come to this trial have either disappeared or they've died. And so Samuel L. Jackson's the last witness. And so Ryan Reynolds comes in to be his bodyguard, so he gets the trial on time. So I'm like, this sounds really cool. And Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. He's a standard Ryan Reynolds cut type of character.
Like himself.
He's himself. Yeah, he's himself. And Samuel L. Jackson is himself. What I did not realize was this. Like, I went in thinking this was PG-13, 100% PG-13. It was not even close to the PG-13. It was Samuel L. Jackson, not from the Marvel movies where he's clean. This is Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a Plane. That's what I was going to say.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
And so many MFs in this movie. I was like, whoa. Like, I watched like 3 minutes of it, and I was like, "Hey Mel, I just started watching this movie. Do you want to watch it?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." She was immediately out because of all the cussing. She's like,
all the mothers and fathers.
Yeah, all that. She's like, "Nah, you know what? I'm not watching this." And it's a couple hour movie, and it was an action comedy. Loved it, absolutely loved it.
Nice.
And
Patrick,
go ahead.
she knew that you would catch her up on the movie that night when you were sleeping. So she's like, I don't need to watch this. You can give me the highlights when you're asleep tonight.
Yeah. And what I found out as well, there's a sequel where Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and Salma Hayek reprise their roles, and it's called The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. So apparently in this next one, he's
getting real creative with the names.
Yeah, they're really. The third one's going to be Hitman's cousin's bodyguard.
Cousins, nephews, neighbors, dogs,
bodyguard, dog sitter's bodyguard.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so that's on Netflix. So for those that maybe have missed it, I don't know how I missed it. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing the new sequel.
Yeah.
I think came out in 2021, so a couple years ago.
There you go.
I just looked at the movie, and like the cast thing that comes up right in Google.
Yeah.
The two people on this cast list that you left out was Antonio Banderas and Morgan Freeman.
They're not.
No way.
I haven't seen the second one yet. That was.
Are they in the second one? Is that what it is?
They must be in the second
Wow.
one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
There's some big names for the second one though. Man.
I know, but that's like the cast alone got me intrigued enough. So I'm assuming Antonio Banderas is the bad guy in the second movie, and Morgan
What gave
Freeman
that away?
maybe narrates it.
And Morgan Freeman is God again.
Oh man.
Nice.
But yeah.
All right.
What's your rating?
Yeah.
For The Hitman's Bodyguard, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 what?
8 out of 10 mother fathers.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you'd, that's what I was hoping you'd rate it. For those of you that are fluent in French, enjoy. I don't speak French anymore, so I'm out. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll read the Wikipedia story. and enjoy it that way.
Feels impossible to enjoy it that way, but
There needs. See, I wish there was ways where you could just like.
I'm telling you, man.
The AI we have nowadays can't you just censor stuff and put
automatically
in
for us
mother fathers into all those, where just like not only is this a funny movie, it'll be even funnier if they start saying mother father.
I mean, we have the technology now. You could like before you watch the movie, just take a few minutes and be like, "What would you like to replace the words with?" And then you can type in your own options.
Yeah, or that could be a default setting for like any like system or platform that you're on, and it's a global thing, not just for that movie.
Imagine how funny it would be if you could replace the F word with like fudge. So they just kept saying fudge
just
like
anything.
the whole movie.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be just like an episode of The Good Place, like you forkers, like just, like just change it to.
When I was growing up, I saw this movie Major League, and Major League is rated R, and I only saw it in Saturday afternoon on Fox.
So you had no idea the real words.
I saw the censored version, and one of the times this guy says, "Strike this mother father out," and in the edited version, it says. Strike this guy out.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's strike this guy out. Then it's great. Then I'm as a 12-year-old, I'm fine. I'm not scarred or anything. I'm going to say these things later in my sleep.
As an adult though, it's way better watching the rated R movie.
Yeah.
Way funnier.
Teach their own, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, there has to be ways with the accessibility options of games and technology increasing.
Step it up.
It has got to be so more people can enjoy things and not have to read a Wikipedia about an action movie where there's really the plot. The plot's not the most important part. It's the comedy that's involved in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the chemistry between Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds.
Would the comedy be the same though if you were to change some of those things? Do you think?
Yeah, you would get the gist of it.
It would still be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know some movies like if you were to take it away, it would be like an awful movie. You know what I mean? I feel like, or it wouldn't be the same type of comedy if you were to take away like the rated R stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, so like rated R as far as like violence or gore or
I'd say language mostly. I don't know what is allowed under any of those titles anymore though.
I mean,
like PG-13, what does that mean? Like what are they allowing? Because they are allowing a little bit of things, I feel like.
Yeah,
still at PG-13,
I think technically you get one F word if more than one. I think so. With PG-13.
Yeah.
But
I mean, do you remember Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo?
Oh,
it was sweat.
I thought you meant the movie.
It wasn't blood, it was sweat.
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo. They kicked the sweat out of them. Yeah.
So I mean, like, can the AI just instead of blood on the movie, just like sweat pours
just
out?
Make it sweat.
Guy gets shot. He's just sweating all over the place.
Like, there's sweat everywhere.
If I lose any more sweat, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Can you imagine what Kill Bill would look like with all that sweat? Like,
or maybe
John Wick would just be a tank of water.
Or maybe it's like slime from Nickelodeon. Who knows? Just do whatever you want.
That would be awesome. Making slime from Nickelodeon. I'd see that'd be more entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, just
pay good money to see that.
Coming soon on Disney Plus, Hitman's Bodyguard. Edited.
Nickelodeon edition. Whose edition?
Nickelodeon on Disney Plus?
Why not?
Chaos.
Crazier things have happened. All right. Well, with that, I think that's all we got, right? No other updates, no other thoughts,
I love it when a plan comes together.
Right. Like clockwork. All right. You guys did share, you joiners did share what's going on in your neck of the woods, kinda, but it was more questions for us, so we appreciated that. And appreciated you guys being a part of the show. You guys and, gals, you're also welcome to be a part of the show if you'd like to join in, share a question. You can find us on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. So we're around. You can ask. You don't have to wait for us to ask. Just ask a question, and it'll show up on our show one of these days. If you'd rather connect visually or spectatorly on YouTube and Twitch, there are a number of joiners who post links in the Discord. Timmy Pollen this week He is Captain Bacon, and he does some Twitch streaming. So check him out.
Ed Polland.
That's right, along with others. Give them a look-see. Say hello. Write in the chat. All that jazz. And then also, if you'd like to, you'd rather support us and gear up with us, we got a Patreon and a merch page. So you can just click the one link to rule them all, either in the show notes, or you can type it out real quick, linktree.com/thegmgpod, and that'll take you everywhere you need to go, GMG wise. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but still the giving type, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and Spotify. And additionally, you can let your voice be heard, literally, if you like, at 929 GMG Guys. Alrighty then, Pat, Ronnie, Jay, almost left out the J, along with you, Carcass, here with us in spirit, and you, of course, beloved friends, family, and joiners. Go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.